Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The Acting Premier and I would like to update you on the current COVID-19 situation as discussed at the Executive Council last week and today. As of the 28th of June, Anguilla has recorded a total of 109 confirmed cases, with 109 recoveries and 0 active cases. The last active case was recorded on May the 10th. There are 462 persons currently in quarantine. The Ministry of Health has received indication that the World Health Organization will reclassify Anguilla's current transmission status from cluster of cases to no cases in the epidemiological update ending the 21st of June. In recognition of this position, Anguilla has been moved to level 1 on the Centre for Disease Control's list, and from tomorrow will be added to the United Kingdom Travel Green List. This is encouraging news and a reflection of the committed efforts of our health team in managing the pandemic, as well as the collective efforts of the public service and the community in supporting one another and the public health response. Anguilla has been a world leader in its response to managing the pandemic and rightly should feel proud in all that has been achieved. Thursday the 1st of July will see the reopening of our borders to visitors who will be required to be fully vaccinated before entry, but who, once here, will not need to quarantine. But as we take these steps back to normalcy, the reality remains that the COVID-19 virus will be an ongoing threat, and Anguilla could still be vulnerable to an outbreak of positive cases. Herd immunity has not yet been achieved, and our neighbouring islands are experiencing increasing case numbers. In order to manage the risks and to protect the public, all visitors in quarantine before the 1st of July will need to be tested out of quarantine. All visitors 18 years and older to Anguilla are required to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 with a United Kingdom MHRA approved vaccine at least 3 weeks before arrival. The only exemption will be for pregnant women. All persons, including children, will be required to produce a negative COVID-19 test 3 to 5 days before entry, undertake on-arrival testing, and may be subject to further testing. For multi-generational families comprised of fully vaccinated persons and unvaccinated children under the age of 18 years and/or pregnant women, the unvaccinated persons in these groups will additionally be required to undergo a subsequent RT-PCR test on day 4. Persons in these groups will not be under quarantine from arrival to day 4 testing.
All visitor children and pregnant women will undergo a subsequent RT-PCR test on day 4. Persons will not be under any quarantine from arrival to day 4 testing. This includes unaccompanied children coming from or staying in fully vaccinated households. Unvaccinated returning residents will be required to quarantine for 10 days in approved accommodations. This includes unaccompanied minors coming from and or staying in unvaccinated households. Vaccination will be a requirement for the renewal and issue of new work permits and for anyone representing Anguilla overseas at a national level. Proof of vaccination will also be required for entry into festivals within Anguilla. Whilst the measures above seek to manage the risks, vaccination is the only effective measure to protecting individual health and the health of the nation. Proof of vaccination is also increasingly becoming a requirement for visitor entry across a number of countries. We are pleased that most residents of Anguilla have made a considered choice to protect themselves, their loved ones, and the community in being vaccinated. When we launched the Vax AXA Challenge on 11th of May, we said that everyone who has been vaccinated from when the vaccines first arrived at the beginning of February will be entered into a grand draw to win a 3-day stay at the Four Seasons Nevis. I am delighted to announce Pastor Paula C. Gomes as the winner of this prize. Further prizes will be made available and drawn once we reach 9,000 people fully vaccinated. Whilst 9,276 people who have taken the first dose, only 6,801 who have taken their second dose, and yet we are yet to achieve herd immunity. To protect our nation, it is vitally important that you become fully vaccinated by taking your second dose before vaccines we have on island expire on 31st of July. For those of you yet to take your first dose vaccine, the United Kingdom government has confirmed they will provide second dose vaccines for anyone who has taken their first dose before July 31st. Please go to the Ronald Webster's Park drive-thru to get your first dose. It is not too late. No appointments are necessary. Just turn up with a form of photo ID. Once fully vaccinated, you will receive your COVID-19 vaccination ID card, complete with a QR code that can be scanned by international authorities to verify your vaccine status. Don't regret waiting. Go tomorrow and get vaccinated. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless Anguilla.